Sometimes you're praying so that God can give you a good wife or a good husband, but God is looking at you and seeing somebody whose character is not yet ready to become a wife, to become a husband. So what does He do? He brings some people in your life to show you that you're not yet ready for it. So welcome again. Today I want to show you how God creates a character in people, how God develops a character in you, and why sometimes we don't need to complain so much when things are happening on the negative side in our lives, when things are happening not as you expect in your life. Number one, sometimes you see we are asking God for millions. We want to become millionaires. But then God looks at you and He feels like, your character is not ready to receive, or your character is not yet developed to become a millionaire. And He brings some things into your life like loss of money, mismanagement of money, or perhaps people, developing you. You find yourself in life sometimes getting amount of money that perhaps could make you become a millionaire, but from nowhere, this money gets lost. This money just disappears from your hands. Sometimes you find out that God is not giving you enough money, and every day you're praying for it, but God is looking at you and saying that, you know what? Your character is still not yet ready to receive, to become a millionaire. Sometimes you're praying so that God can give you a good wife or a good husband, but God is looking at you and seeing somebody whose character is not yet ready to become a wife, to become a husband. So what does He do? He brings some people in your life to show you that you're not yet ready for it. Because there's a video that I did and I was talking about pushing God into creating a space for you, what you want, which is not what you need. For example, God is telling you that, you know what, it is not yet the right time to start dating. But because of your urge of wants, not the need, and I want you to get this right. Sometimes there are some things that we want, but they are not need. Like, for example, you want to date. You don't need to date. And God is trying to tell you that, you know what, this is not your need. This is just a want. But because you push, God says that, you know what, this is the time to give her or give him a character development. And He brings somebody into your life who is not qualified to be your partner, or somebody you are not qualified to be their partner. So you are either more or less of what you are expected in this relationship. How does God do a character development? You are going to get hit in this relationship more than what you had expected. Things are going to be very tough in that relationship. And they are not so tough that they can kill you. They are so tough that they can open up your eyes. So how do we make mistakes when God is giving us a character development? Most often people ask for, God, why me? All right? God, show me the way out of this trouble. Show me the way out of this relationship. God, help me out of this. God, help me on how I can save this money to get enough to make it a million, to become a millionaire. But we fail to ask God to help us learn through the circumstances. You're not asking God that, God, give me wisdom to understand why I am in this situation. So this is where people mess when God is giving us a character development. Sometimes you rushed God into the situation that you have got yourself into, and God allows it to happen, but He's not allowing it to happen to punish you, but He's allowing it to happen to give you a character development, to change your character, to put some things that will develop you to make your character stronger, to be ready for what you're praying for. You see, God does not put a dream on you and leave you just to celebrate and have it. Once you identify a dream, once you identify something that you are purposed to do, the next thing that happens is storms. storms that are coming to give you character development, to make you and mold you, you know, waiting to get to the place where you're supposed to be. There's no footballer, for example, that became famous by just waking up one morning, going to the field and kicking the ball, and then they become famous. There's no single celebrity today that you can see around that just woke up in the morning, they went out to the studio, recorded a song or a music or an album, and they became famous. There are so many things that happens on the backstage, and this is what we call a character development. So God does it on us as well, but the way God is doing it, if we don't take keen interest in understanding why we are passing through this character development, we miss it, because we ask God the way out, and God gets us out of the situation without we learning the reality of that kind of a character development. So somebody could be asking, so what do I do? For you to become a millionaire, you'll have to lose some hundreds of money. You'll have to lose some thousands of money. You'll have to lose some 100,000s of money for you to make it to become a millionaire. So the moment you start losing 100, the moment you start losing 1,000, the moment you start losing 100,000, you must know and realize that you have started becoming that dream that you have been looking for. So God is going to give us a character development by the people and the circumstances that are going to come to us that is not what we are expecting. The moment you see things that you expect happening, it means that you are not developing, you are not improving yourself. You're just an ordinary person who can score the ordinary goals that he's used to. You need to score some extraordinary goals. For you to score extraordinary goals, you have to do extraordinary things. All right? My name is John Gora. I'm a life coach. This is my YouTube channel. If you love what you hear here, subscribe to my channel. Also push the notification bell so you can be reminded every time I post videos here. Remember to keep smiling, and let's meet in the next video.